Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your athletes for the men's optional Kunsu 3, 2, 1.
Hi, I'm Cheong Wan. I'm 21 this year. I'm a Malaysian and I'm a national athlete for Wushu. Even though I'm a Malaysian national athlete, I actually was brought up in Singapore. I live here and I've done most of my training here. So yeah, I'm in a very special situation because representing Malaysia, I'm technically supposed to be training with the team, but I don't. Most of my training is done here. I even serve the national service. So yeah, it's quite a special situation. I compete contemporary Changquan, long fist. I do broadsword and also cudgel, which is the stick. And what I personally feel is that Wushu is not just like a martial art itself, but it's actually an art form, discipline. Even though we are actually practicing the form, along the way, the process, we actually learn a lot of disciplines, a lot of Chinese values, like perseverance, just name some, yeah. My Wushu journey started when I was, I believe, 10. I started Wushu as a CCA in Singapore. I just found it interesting and my parents wanted me to join Wushu because I was hyperactive. There was even once when I was actually selected by the Singapore Sports Council to go for an exchange trip to Xiamen, China. And even though I was a Malaysian, it was actually fully sponsored. That just makes me feel like I wasn't outcast as a Malaysian. I actually managed to go for a lot of national competitions in Singapore, inter-schools, and met a lot of friends. So from then, I actually moved on to looking forward to go into the national team. I mean, that's every athlete's dream, which I worked for it, and then I eventually got to go for the selection trials for Singapore. But unfortunately was not allowed because I was PR and I chose to go back to Malaysia, my home country, which I was lucky enough to be selected also. So then my Wushu journey just had a very special flavor, I guess, because there's actually different cultures from Malaysia and Singapore. And I was lucky enough to experience both.
Chen Yan's training in Singapore but representing Malaysia, it doesn't really concern me a lot because Wushu is not about boundaries. Okay, Wushu is about getting together, competing together, knowing each other. So, to the matter of fact, where if you're going to draw boundaries, you are actually separating what martial is all about.
Chen Yan lives in Singapore. He studies here and he trained with our national athletes. So when I first know about him representing Malaysia for the SEA Games that is held in Singapore, I was really shocked and confused because I believe that Singapore has supported him over the years since he was a little boy. So I think Singapore has given him everything for him to give him the tools to be ready for this competition. When I think back, I'm proud of our Singapore system, because we are able to produce athletes that is able to be on an international stage and shine on an international stage, be it in Singapore or Malaysia. I have learned that SEA Games, it's not about competition, it's not about winning, it's about learning from each other, growing. We even learn from each other's culture, where in 2011 I visited Vietnam and 2015 they came to Singapore to visit us. So compared to when we first started, I think we have forged a really strong friendship, partnership, in a sense where I'll be sending my students this year at the end of year to Vietnam for training. And I think even though we don't see each other, I mean, we are not like how we were used to before, like we were just competitors, but we were really, really close friends now.
I actually experienced other training as well. Like, for example, I've trained with the Vietnam team, I've trained with the Myanmar team. And it's cool to see the different cultures. Like, even though we're doing the same sport, each country has their own unique flavor. Like, they have different training styles, training regimes, and their approach to the same sport is different as well. We eat together, train together. We actually bond a very special bond. We call each other brothers, sisters.
There are definitely a lot of athletes that go overseas, they're aiming for the goal. But of course, that's not the only thing they look forward to, okay? Because they have a lot of friends. They've been competing with them since probably when they are young. So it's actually a reunion between the athletes and of course challenging with each other again on their skill set, how much they have improved up to now. 五湖四海皆兄弟. So competitions is I can say that it's a platform for these athletes to come together, to reunite, okay, to gather and challenge each other to the next level.
As an athlete, it's like an honor to be able to represent the country for like a game so big, so prestigious like the SEA Games. Apart from looking forward to compete again in such a prestige games, I was actually looking more forward to meet my friends, like from Vietnam and all. There's this saying, 战场上都是敌人，但是下场之后，其实大家都是朋友. So it felt more like a gathering. Like I was looking at it more like another gathering with my friends.
Wushu is kind of special in the sense that because we are doing the same thing, we are doing the same stuff, we are doing the same routine, so it sort of unite us as one.
The competition was really amazing because I was actually really shocked when I stepped out of the waiting area to when it's my turn to perform. Not only I hear my team, the Malaysian team, screaming behind me, but I actually hear the team from Vietnam, the team from Myanmar, and the opposite home crowd, like people that I know in Singapore. It's just overwhelming. It's really an amazing experience to be able to step on the carpet and then not only have your own team cheering for you, but like that. Literally, it feels like the entire arena was cheering for me. That was amazing.